What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the 2020 Music City Open, sponsored by Dynamic Discs. This is Ace Run Pro's Day 1 feature card coverage. I'm Will McCaskill.
I'm Marcus Rogers. We're back.
Heated race already underway. The game is afoot. Thank you to Infinite Discs for making this coverage possible. And thanks, as always, to the continued generous support of Dynamic Discs of Music City Disc Golf and the Music City Open. Right now, around the turn, we've got Chris Clemens in the lead at 5 down, Earhart right behind him at 4 under par, Garrett at 3 under, and Emerson sitting 2 down. And we're on hole 10. Tell us about hole 10, Marcus.
This hole definitely defines what Cedar Hill is all about. Keeping it low, throwing a good drive. It takes a S-turn style shot, maybe a hyzer roll-up. You just want to keep it tight on the left-hand side for the righties and let the disc glide. You need a lot of glide on your disc, 532 feet. It's going to an elevated basket.
It does play downhill, but we have that stone foundation of that house right in the pinch point.
Yeah, the pinch point right there is right now where his disc has just flown over. Looks like he got through, but he will have a little bit of an opportunity to scramble to get his next shot out of the woods there. Earhart lining up. Looks like a little turnover, hopefully. And he does.
Oh, that hurts my soul.
It hurts my soul too, my friend. I'm sorry for that. Oh, man, that was a great shot.
I feel like there's equal chance for a lefty or a righty to have great success or catch a tree right down there around the house.
And this is very exciting because this is definitely one of the players you want to see on a hole of this style, 532 feet. Oh, goodness. Through the house. Oh, looks like the cameraman had to jump out of the way.
Had to get out of the way, light on his feet. Now, this is yet another example of appearances being deceiving from the tee pad, because it looked like Garrett was flirting dangerously with that left side, but his hyzer was right on point to get up close to the green.
It was a great hyzer. He just had all that power. Emerson trying to imitate the shot he saw before him. Oh, it looks like he got a little kick. He's not too happy about that shot. And we'll find out where he lands soon. Earhart looking for an opportunity, maybe a lefty flick on the left to right. No, he goes with a hyzer roll-up, and it was a good try. Emerson looking for some daylight.
Yeah, not a lot of holes in that foliage.
Roller. Trying to channel his inner double G. Got a good angle on it, but it comes up a little short. Looks like he'll be 85 feet.
Did the job of getting back into the Open. Chris with a very tricky out from this cluster.
Yeah, right here you just want to get it anywhere near the elevated basket. And he's right in a circle. Earhart with a good up shot there. And Emerson leaving it right where you need to be, right near the basket.
Nobody in too much trouble here. It's an elevated pin in honor of Ben Northcutt.
I sometimes find it easier to put on elevated baskets.
Uphill's better than downhill, to be sure.
And talk about making it look easy. Way to go, Garrett.
Yeah, that is a very clean wrap up to his time on hole 10.
Yeah, shaking his head like, I did that.
Yeah, it's good.
Chris with the cleanup.
Yep. This is not a score that's handed to you, so taking a 3.
You know, this is one of those holes you're going to see a big variation of scores. You're going to see 4s, you're going to see 3s, occasionally see a 2. And do you know what this hole averaged?
Hole 10 averaged 3.6, so definitely averaged over par. It's tricky.
Not many 2s. All right, going into hole 11, looks like Chris still has the lead with 5 down.
Everybody's hanging pretty close. Earhart carding a bogey. That's unfortunate. We're on hole 3, 204 feet straight uphill. You're basically grabbing a hold of your throwing putter, launching it right at the chains.
We're on par 3, hole 11, uphill, 204 feet.
As opposed to 10, this is definitely one you can make a run at.
This is definitely one you want to throw your mid-range and just try to smash the basket. It's a good ace run style hole where it's just right there in front of you. It's 204 feet, probably plays 250. More advantageous for lefties. Let's see what they do here.
Lots of Guardians in there, but this hole did average 2.51 for the day. So you need to get your birdie.
Looks like he's right inside the circle. Hopefully makes easy work of this. You know, for the lefty, I think you want to line up on the right-hand side here and take an Anheuser approach.
Yeah, flex up the wide part of the gap.
Well, see,
Chris,
he did exactly what I said.
Yeah.
He lined up on the right-hand side, but he did more of a Heiser roll-up, just avoiding the trees, just barely leaving it right next to the basket. Very nice shot.
Brian playing very similar, little high, gets a little push forward, still in good shape.
I think he wanted to ace it, though. You got to get high.
Yeah, I think everybody is willing to give this a shot.
Oh.
Another good shot, another good drive. I mean, this is as close as we come to a gimme on Cedar Hill.
Yeah, a couple inches to, or I guess a couple feet to the left or right there. Maybe he'd been happier. All right. Garrett leading off the birdies. That street's still in the background, so you can hear.
Shout out to Dickerson Pike. Nice bird from Brian.
Oh, yeah. They're making easy work at this hole. 204 feet, just right there in front of you.
We had the highway renamed in honor of the champion of the last 3-4 years, Chris Dickerson. Good bird from Emerson. This could very well be a star frame.
Yeah, that's what it looks like we got here.
Yep.
And hole 11's done.
And after hole 11, Chris in the lead at 6 down, Garrett at 5 under, Emerson bringing up the rear at 2 down, Brian sitting at 4. Thanks again to Dynamic Disc for their support of the event and the coverage. We're on hole 12. This is easily in the top 5 hardest holes on the course. Very tight tunnel shot uphill, adding distance to the hole. It's a par 3, 379 feet, probably plays more like 420, and tight approach to the green.
You're being nice by saying 420. I say it plays 440. This is a hard uphill. The camera angle almost gives you a great example of how steep this hole is. You can only barely see the top of the hole you're aiming for at the top of the screen here.
Garrett looking to flex one along the right side and settle up, and he's in pretty good position.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Big Anheuser turnover, slightly straight at the same time.
Lefties are most likely going to be playing the flick shot.
If you're playing it safe for a lefty, you throw it backhand. If you're going for it, you take the flick.
That's very true. Valid point. He's low, so that little bit of a turnover is not going to hurt him too much.
He's disappointed right there because he's got the power to get to the basket here, and it takes a lot of power on a flick shot to get to the basket.
Absolutely. Not too much work to do for him to get up and down, though. Brian, smart to go low, but just a little bit too much so.
Almost.
Sounded like he wasn't happy with that. He kept it just a little bit low. It was a good pull. Emerson lining up backhand here. Great pull.
Right
Oh,
height,
goodness.
right
Are
flex.
you kidding me?
And he's basically parked.
Is he within circle one?
That, I mean, for this hole, that I would consider circle one parked.
Oh, yeah. I think he threw it just like you said.
That was a great shot.
About 420.
He's got to be feeling good about that. Brian, looking for a little textbook lefty sidearm hyzer. Skip. Pushed it a little too hard. Still got a putt.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being long here. This seems to be his motive for all the holes today, just to be a little bit long.
Yep.
Chris laying it up. I think Garrett's got a good look at maybe a 45-footer here. Yeah, that's pretty smart there, just to lay it up.
Give it a
Alright.
shot, but not push too far away.
The impossible 2 on hole 12.
And
I think you got a little bit of an early release right there. I don't know. That's definitely not like Emerson. Just try to get it behind you. It's unfortunate there.
Bermuda Triangle. I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, you want to just actually, just maybe just miss off the basket, if anything. Just not airball, but I'm pretty sure he'll make up for it somewhere during the round.
The only thing I can imagine is that something distracted him. Something in his mind just pulled his focus away for just long enough.
Yeah,
Very
only the best disc
unfortunate to
golfers
see
can get
that.
behind him, And if he gets behind him, then he'll be successful on the next hole, which is going to be a hyzer. So it should play toward his game. Good hole.
Through hole 12, Chris still in the lead, 6 down. Garrett right behind him, 5 under. Brian, 4 under par. Emerson also 2 below.
2 below. All right, here we got the next hole. This hole is going to play a big spike hyzer for the righties. Lefties couldn't take a backhand turnover with the mid-range, or I think they can also maybe take a flick shot if you want to go a little bit higher. But this hole is very, very deuceable, and being a par 3, 267 feet. Let's see what we have here.
You're definitely going to see a lot of flicks from the lefties. Another optical illusion, you've really got to ride that left side pretty close to position your hyzer shot for a right-hand backhand throw, and Garrett doing just that.
Yeah, just expect it for a pro player throwing a hyzer. It should be within his repertoire, and he makes it look easy.
Pretty good route, a little far forward, catches some limbs. Still got a circle 1 putt, circle's edge.
Yeah, just a couple players going to work here.
Also a little far forward, but he makes it right
He
up
pins the
to
basket,
frame.
and he did it again. He does this walk away thing where he knows when he hits his spot,
Yep.
he's just like, yeah, I'm satisfied. Is that a Boston disc? Good hyzer, good height. Oh, just a little bit
Ouch.
tight, but what a roll. Oh, he's going to be within, looks like 50, maybe even 45 feet. He's got to look at it.
If he can duplicate what he did on hole 1. Little wide.
Just a little bit wide to the right. And Chris cleaning up.
Very solid 2.
Getting the par with aggression. Disappointed not having a 2. Just get this hole behind him. Nice putt there.
He's happy about it.
Yeah, he's a happy guy. He's a very, very, I guess, friendly golfer, if you want to say friendly. Like the friendliest guys on the course, if you ask me. And he also has the brightest shorts in the world.
After 13, Chris now at 7 down. Garrett right behind him, still 6 under par. Brian 5 under par. Emerson falling a little bit behind, 2 strokes under par. Let's check in with FPO lead card.
See if the ladies can get the hyzer here. Looking good. Circle 1. Looks like 20 feet. Great drive.
Callie, as usual, super smooth. I mean, These ladies look like they're ordering a pizza out here. This is not.
Yeah, they're just dialing it right up, you know. Hey, 1-800, I need to be in the circle.
Holly definitely doing what I was talking about earlier, riding that inside line. Got a nice favorable skip off the frame for the short pin.
And Katrina known for good hyzers. I don't expect her to be anywhere different. Oh, just a little long.
Pushed a little far forward, a little high. Oh, almost. Didn't
She
matter.
went with that hyzer style putt again. It was just a little bit short for her. Like with aggressive flat putt, really nice.
Yep, that's definitely a solid 2.
Shout out to Howard Disc Golf.
Thank you to Howard Disc Golf for allowing us to check in with the FPO lead card. Where are we at, Marcus?
All right, so this next hole is very, very challenging because you cannot see the line unless you just run up the fairway. Hole 14, par 3, 307 feet. You just want to take a righty flick shot and keep it tight on the right and get a good skip to the left. It should play to the lefties because this is a shot that's going to be on the right-hand side of the fairway. There is a skinny gap on the right-hand side if you just want to maybe scoot in between. What do I see happen? Oh, my goodness.
Ow.
I thought he was going to surprise us again with a good roller.
Now, that right side, if you are a right-hand, backhand dominant player, that right side is your ideal shot, but it's a really tight line to get around that guardian tree on the corner and still play to the right of the big bushy cedar guarding the basket.
So there's a cedar right in the middle of the fairway. You just want to go to the right of it and let your disc hold. Right here.
Chris doing the right thing, but that low hanging ceiling, it just constantly comes into play.
You really got to take a stable disc and just hammer it. You know, keep it low, and you just want, for the lefty, of course, to keep it low and just skip off to the right.
Oh my God, you're lucky.
Well,
Thankfully, he got a straight drop down to the ground and not a punishing kick.
Huh.
You can tell very obviously from the T-cam that the rough is rough.
see, Emerson
That is
definitely did a
pretty much
great
the
shot
move
there. That's
right there.
amazing. Wow.
Super low, hovercraft, skip up under those low bushy cedar branches.
You never seen
Catcher's
one
mitts.
base this shot.
Yeah.
That's spaced. You can see the basket off in the distance. Trying to hit the skinny gap. Keep it low.
Fading a little hard. He's got a putt.
Let's be inside the circle. 20-footer. Brian lining up the backhand. What will he do here?
Nope.
Trying to bend around the cedar. If he's strong enough, he can get through, and he is. He'll be surprised and happy after that.
Putting.
Inside the circle, looks to be a 20-footer. Chris just want to leave it near the basket.
Loose. High. Boom.
Yeah. Just taking your medicine right there. Just gotta lay it up sometimes. You gotta know when to hold them and know when to just put it next to the basket and get to the next hole.
Excellent putt.
Yeah, solid, flat. Just keeping it real. Good solid howser putt from the double G. I can throw it anywhere. Garrett.
Chris tapping in for 3. Moving on to another of the most challenging holes on the course. 15 is tricky. So after 14, Chris still putting on quite the show. 7 under par. Garrett behind him at 6. Brian at 5. Emerson at 3. Thanks again to Infinite Discs for their sponsorship of the coverage. Like I said, 15, very tricky. You've got to get over this little hill, very tight gap, all the way down. And then you've got to hook up and go to the left, up this hillside, into a guarded green. What do you think about this hole?
It's the shot that dreams are made of for the backhand righty, because if you throw the perfect backhand right shot, you can literally make it 600 plus feet to the basket, but you got to pipe the fairway.
Yeah, you got to bend it like Beckham and flex it right around the bend and give it a chance to fade out. Emerson playing a little too close to that left side. He's going to be on the edge of the rough.
You know, and he did it right. You just want to be slightly bit to the right and maybe 10 foot higher. And you can see that this fly for ages. These pros really have power, and this is where they can show off from the backhand for the righty.
Weighing his options.
Really got to take your time on this drive. Let's go.
That is looking very, very favorable.
Let's go.
Maybe hooking up a little early, fading into the trees a little too soon. Yeah, he's up on that left side terrace, and he's got a lot of guardians between him and the basket.
You know, he put a great hit on that drive. That's why he took so long. He wanted to get it just right. Chris with the lefty. Backhand, hyzer roll up.
good.
Just wants to keep it in the middle of the fairway.
Fades out a little early on the right side.
All right, Brian is going to try to capitalize and maybe throw a mid-range. Looks like a crystal buzz.
Standing up nicely, riding that left side.
Just trying to keep it in the middle there. You can tell that sometimes you'll see a professional player like gear down to a mid-range just to keep it in the middle, you know, because it doesn't have as much fade as like a fairway driver or maybe a driver itself. A lot of angle on that disc. He must have been really pinched.
Yeah, he was lucky to still be in the open because he did fall into a little bit of a pocket there on the right.
He looks to be right outside of circle one. I put him at 50 feet.
Hook up. Drop straight down. He's got to look at the pin from there.
A little bit of scramble. We'll see from Chris here soon. I can't tell if he's rolling it or flexing it, but it looks like a roller.
Yeah, carved a little bit to the right too soon. He's going to be in a little trouble there. Low, little low, big skip, go in the bucket. Nah, not quite, but
Oh, no way.
Chris knows what he's doing.
That was sick. Great shot. I'm pretty sure he's looking for the easiest way to get a three. Just to get inside the circle for a putt. Looks like he went with a driver there. Maybe wanted a little bit of hyzer on a finish.
Hard to tell, and unfortunately we don't have a whole lot of info on what these guys are throwing.
You know, after having the best drive, that's why he's disappointed.
Yeah, you have a great drive. You're in good position, but that left side is very well protected. And he carves through those guardians like it ain't nobody's business.
I'd have to say that was a Sonic there. Looked great.
Mm-hmm. Nice and floaty. Brian stepping out wide, just a little too soft.
Looks like Chris was happy to get that tap in over and done.
Not concerned.
Oh, Garrett wanted so much more, but he had to tap in for the 4. Emerson Keith finishing up the hole.
Par is good on 15.
And there you have it. Hole 15, one of the more challenging holes on this course.
And after 15, Clemens at 7 down, Garrett at 6, Brian at 5, Emerson still at 3.
It's been pretty exciting. These are some great scores.
Yeah, these guys are hanging tight right next to each other. On hole 16, you got a pretty wide open fairway up and over a little bit of a hillside. You got to hook up a little bit right, fade down through these trees.
You know, this is a very tough shot because, you know, you just got to get lucky. I'm going to be honest. You know, there's a big fairway right there in front of you, but when you come in, you have to be screaming low right through this little, I'd say maybe 20-foot gap, 30-foot gap.
Yeah, you got to come in quite low to get under the ceiling and actually get some action. Thankfully, the green down there and the approach to it are pretty fast. So if you can make contact with the ground right in that area in the widest gap through the trees, you can usually get some skip forward.
And as you see right there, he had a great idea. You know, keep it low and just try to fade out toward the basket. Basket's down the hill to the right. And with that approach, you know, you think you get a lot more payoff, but he didn't. Looks like Garrett's lining up the roller. Good height. Looks like he put it down where he wanted to. He had his fist pumped. Just a little unfortunate. Looks like he's outside of circle 2. Chris lines up the lefty hyzer. Just want to keep it low and ride the right hand side straight. It's a little bit wide.
That should settle up nicely.
That shows what I know about this hole. My friends, if you want to carve it up, this is how you do it. I wonder if Brian knows how close he is. He's probably trying to do the same. Lefty behind the lefty. A little high.
Yep. Caught one of those catcher's mitts.
Yeah, he'll just lay this up. There's no point in running that. It's further downhill if you missed. It's a fast green. Emerson Keith just in an awkward position. Hasn't made his decision on what disc. He's got a couple discs in his hand.
Yeah, that's really awkward footing. Not a bad idea there, buddy.
You know, take your time. Line it up.
And that's pretty much the best you can hope for from there.
Yeah, you gotta respect the man who lays it up and just takes his medicine.
Nice up from Garrett.
Will he run this?
Definitely wants to give it a chance, but
maybe it was a half go.
yeah.
You ever had a case of the half goes?
Typically it's chronic with me.
Great too. So, Will, how's it feel having been the TD and me a player?
Yeah, interesting that you mentioned that because we do have pretty unique perspectives, being that I am the TD of the Music City Open and you played in the MPO division. So hopefully we related some good information to you here in round 1. Emerson tapping in pretty easily there. Brian just about the same. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. This is the most I got to see of the actual golf throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
So,
well, thanks for running a great event. It's a lot of people.
yeah, 614 players from all over the country.
You guys are breaking records too.
Yeah, grateful to everybody that came for being respectful of our COVID-19 protocols and allowing us to pull it off successfully. Wrapping up hole 16, Clemens off to a solid start, 8 down. Garrett 6 under par, Brian at 5, Emerson still at 3. Chris is putting on a show. Check in one more time with FPO lead card.
That was a good pull. She's so smooth.
Yeah, it looks effortless.
And that shows why. Great job from Callie. Holly with the big turnover. Hyzer roll up. Let's go.
Also looking pretty good. She's going to be right there inside the mouth of the gap.
Looking for the same.
All these ladies executing expert turnover shots. Ellen going for the flick.
Ellen's showing off the flick a couple times today.
That's also a viable shot. And we didn't get her catch cam, but it looked pretty solid. Holly right underneath the basket. Cat giving it a run.
Yeah, she gave it a little half go. She has that high arcing putt, which means that she can go for the basket, but also, oh wow, check out Callie. Ooh, great putt. Yeah, back to what I was saying, she can throw a high putt and not necessarily run past the basket because of the style of putt she does. Shout out to Callie. Great putt.
Thanks again to Howard Disc Golf.
Hi, this is Dave Felberg, the 2008 Disc Golf World Champion, and I'm here today to talk to you about Pro Pool and their training products. I used to be a dipper. Some people are rounders. To break that habit, you need a Pro Pool. You hook it up to a wall or tree, it'll break your habit. New release, practice poles. You put them together, you stick them in the ground, there's a flag on top, you throw around them, help you accuracy, prepare for your tournament without having to go to the course. This has been Dave Felberg with Pro Pool Disc Golf. Go to propooldiscgolf.com and try our products today.
And thanks to Pro Pool for their support of the coverage. One of the most iconic holes visually on the course here is hole 17. Wide open down here, protected a little bit by some guardians on the left and a thick tree line on either side. It's downhill, 415 feet, but plays much shorter than that. You're looking to either take an ace run at it or settle it up at the basket without going too far.
Yeah, this is one of those holes that make you want to play disc golf more and more. You get your disc out and let it fly, almost ace run. You're just really satisfied after a good drive on this hole.
Easy to take a big skip after an excellent drive and end up a little deep there. Emerson doing a similar thing.
You know, you can just really take almost any disc in your bag and just get it out there. You just want to get it flat, let it fly for a couple seconds, let it glide. Emerson, with all that spin, just a little bit early. If it was a little bit to the right, he'd been really happy.
Yeah, that cluster of trees is going to give him a little trouble.
Garrett lining up the hyzer. There you go. See, you just really want to let it go straight just for a couple seconds there. If it comes out, he'll be happy.
Playing along the right side is a smart move there, but you want something a little bit more stable. That'll fade out.
Yeah, he's right outside of circle one. Good spot to be.
Solid flick shot from Brian. Drop.
After watching this round, I'm a big fan of Brian's flick shot.
He's got pretty good placement right there. He can make that happen for a 2.
Looks like he's right outside circle one.
Emerson not in as much trouble as I thought he would be. Gave it a good run.
Yeah, Emerson's just been a little bit of, left and right today. And Garrett going with the Sonic. That was unfortunate. I think he really wanted that.
Yeah, this hole averaged under par. It averaged 2.76.
Really?
Yeah, so you're definitely wanting to get this 2 and finish strong. Particularly if you're chasing Clemens right now on the chase card.
Yeah, going into hole 18, you definitely want to get a 2 just to get your confidence high, because hole 18 is monstrous. Does our hole a name for hole 18 yet?
It doesn't have its own nickname yet, but I'm sure that will come with time.
Is it time to make a name for the hole 18?
We don't want to force it. Emerson tidying up his par here on 17.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Emerson. He's really had opportunities to really stay near the lead, but just been a little bit off. Garrett waiting for the cameraman to be still. Taps in the par. Everybody's got a job to do,
Yep.
You gotta respect everybody doing their job. He's respecting the golfers, and the golfers gotta respect him.
After 17, Chris definitely still in charge at 8 under par. Garrett and Brian both at 6 under right now, and Emerson still hanging in at 3 down.
Hole 18, we are here.
Yeah.
742 feet, hole 18, par 4. Some people say it should be a par 5. You're going to go straight and try your best to get in good position to leave yourself with an upshot for this devastating, life-changing hole.
Yeah, the first half of the shot is not incredibly demanding at first glance, but you do need to get down into this mouth of the tree line on the right side down there. You can kind of see from the tee pad, and from there, it's a tangled mess trying to get to the basket.
For the lefties here, you can just take something stable, throw your shot.
A perfect drive.
He's in a good spot right now. He's in good position to leave himself with look at the 3. Chris Clemens trying to imitate.
That looks very positive as well.
See what kind of skip he gets. If he gets to skip it all.
Yep. Very nice. Oh, that's some good ground action.
You can't ask to be in a better position.
Yeah, he's going to be happy with that.
Now, I'm sorry, it's just a little bit tougher for the righties. Flick shot, you want to do exactly what you just saw. Turns it over. Hopefully it goes straight. He's not in a bad spot.
Yeah, that's not too bad. And this hole will evolve over time, but right now it's playing as a tough 4 or a soft 5. It averaged 4.9 for the day.
4.9. With the roller. Trying to make something happen. I can't wait to see this. All right, so honestly, this is probably going to be the best 4 throws you're going to see on hole 18 at Cedar Hill. Like, hands down. Everyone well into the gap, 10, 30 feet into the gap.
Round 1 fireworks.
Get stable. Come on. Get stable.
That's a great shot. Avoid those trees. Skip up. Yep, Brian's pleased with that.
Right now, you're ecstatic. You're really happy right now. You could tell with his throw there, he's trying not to hit his hand on the tree. That's really unfortunate because he really can't get the follow through that you want.
That kick and that rollback did him a little bit more of a favor than it was looking like he was going to get.
I think if Emerson can go off the left-hand side of that sideways tree there. That should leave him with an easy layup for a 4, maybe even a run at the 3. I thought he'd maybe go with the flick shot. He's going back turnover. Asking for a little bit.
Dude, I've been so close on like 5 shots.
It was a great run.
Absolutely. Just that chance of catching a tree.
Yeah, I kind of saw this coming. You're going to take the mid-range, follow the fairway on the flick shot. Just leave it by the basket, hopefully.
Garrett just needing to get around those first couple trees, and he does. He's in very good position.
Looks nice. Chris just a little disappointed, but here we go.
Good round, Chris. Thank you.
Emerson Keith trying to manipulate his way through. Trying to go out with a bang.
Brian with a long, tricky look.
It looked good. The distance didn't get stable enough for him.
Almost.
Par is good.
Well,
Brian cleaning up there. Par is good. And, yeah, man, at this point, it's still anybody's ball game. Chris obviously taking charge here in the first round. That's probably going to give him a secure spot on the lead card going into round 2. I want to say thank you to Dynamic Disc once again for sponsoring the event. We've got Clemens at 8, Brian and Garrett at 6 down, Emerson sitting at 3 under par.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I have a feeling this tight race is going to continue throughout the weekend. Take a look at our leaderboard. Clemens, Dickerson, and Joey Lutz are tied for first place currently at 8 down after day 1. And some new names coming along. Thank you to Infinite Disc for sponsoring the coverage. Thank you to Marcus for being here with me for the commentary. Thank you to Ace Run Pro for your coverage. And you guys like these videos, follow them on social media, subscribe to their YouTube channel, and consider becoming an Ace Run Pro patron at patreon.com/AceRunPro. Thank you also to ProPull for their help with the coverage. And thank you to all the current patrons of Ace Run Pro.
Let's do it again someday.
Yeah. You guys stay tuned for more. We'll be catching up with you with Sean and Sarah Sinclair for round 2.
Check it out. Share, like, subscribe.